Congratulations, you just bought yourself a quality flexible shaft power tool. I'd like to take the time to explain a little bit about it, the common terms, how it's used, and the maintenance. But first things first.
Let's take a look at a typical Foredom power tool kit. This is our general purpose 2272 kit. Here's our foot pedal speed control, motor, shaft and sheath, and handpiece. Let's take a look at the handpiece first. It's the part that you hold onto and the burrs and bits go into. It's attached to a long black flexible shaft, hence the name flexible shaft machine. This handpiece can be removed from the shaft by grabbing it like this and giving a good yank. Next, we'll look at the shaft and sheath. You'll notice I said shaft and sheath, although he's only holding one item. It's really made of two components, an outer black rubber-like sheath that encloses and protects a metal inner shaft. This shaft looks like a tightly wound metal spring. The only part that you can see is this silver key tip. An important note here is that the tip should extend about 3/4 of an inch from the end of the black sheath. If it's not quite right, we'll show you how to adjust it to the correct dimension shortly. As we go up the shaft and sheath, you'll come to what we call the motor connector. That's this light gray plastic cone. The motor connector is what holds the outer sheath to your motor housing and protects the inner shaft connection to the motor. All of our motor kits have hanging machines like this one. This thing here is called the motor bail. When you look at the motor, you'll see that there are labels on the front and back that tell you lots of important information, including the model name, such as TX, SR, or L, the serial number, and specs like horsepower, max speed, voltage, and amps. Our motors also carry a basic warning label that everyone should follow, and that is to wear eye protection. Our newest motor, the 16 horsepower Series SR, has a forward, off, and reverse 3-way toggle switch on the front. Please make sure that it's in the off position when setting up your motor and before plugging it in.
Let me show you how we hang up our motors. This is one of our motor hangers. There's many different styles we have. Some clamp onto a desk, some you can put two on, some mount to a desk with bolts. They all come with these safety clips, which are very important. What you would do with the safety clip is you slide it on over the notch in your bail here, and you put it on like that. And what these do is they stop your motor from twisting and falling off when your motor starts up. Our motors have a lot of torque, and they tend to jump and twist when you first start them up, and that's normal. It's a good thing, having lots of torque. Do a little planning before you set up your work area. If you're right-handed, you're going to want to mount your motor hanger on your right-hand side. If you're lefty, you're going to want to do it on your left-hand side. Now, what that does is it allows you to work freely and get good access to what you're doing without having your shaft cross in front of whatever you're doing. Also, you want to adjust your height of your motor hanger up or down like this. So that way what you do is you can have a very nice access and you're not putting too much of a strain on your shaft. You don't want to bend your shaft sharply and any place like here or here. Those are no good. What you want is at least a 4-inch degree arc of radius in your shaft and nothing tighter than that. What that will do is if it's too tight, the bends like this, your shaft is rubbing on the inside and it'll prematurely wearing the shaft and the sheath when the bend is too great, causing lots of heat.
Now we can attach the motor to the speed control. Uncoil the cords of your motor and speed control. Notice that the control has a 6-foot long cord that goes to a standard wall outlet and a shorter cord that connects to the motor. Please take note that this is a 3-prong plug and should be used in a properly grounded electrical outlet. With the motor switch in the off position, plug the motor into the control. Now plug the control into your electrical outlet. Flip the motor switch to the forward position. While holding the handpiece in your hand, step on the foot pedal. Step gently. The foot pedal operates a lot like the accelerator in your car. The farther you press down, the faster you go. Most tools and accessories operate best at low to medium speeds. The bigger the accessory, the slower it should go.